like to start this off by saying the video you're about to watch was recorded at 3 a.m. after waking up randomly and starting to scroll through Instagram. And I found a clip of Markiplier's video, The Test. And the main question was, if you had 24 hours left to live, would you tell anyone? Do I answer the question in this video? Yes. Do I rant about it? Absolutely. So, just a fair warning, this is probably the most serious video you'll ever see on my channel, and I'm still scatterbrained as fuck throughout all of it. So, I guess that the intro's out of the way. Enjoy. If I had one day left to live, would I actually tell anyone? That's like the most difficult question in life to actually answer. Cause fuck, man, would I really tell anyone if I had one day left to live? Like, I don't know. Cause like telling someone is just I have one day left to live. Would I tell anyone? Maybe. Now, when I say maybe, you clearly have to think this through. Like, are you just gonna go around shouting it at the top of your lungs? I have 24 hours left to live. Hooray me. Technically, as someone who genuinely hates his own life, probably. I'm probably gonna go around shouting to the world, it's finally over. After 24 hours, I no longer have to put up with this bullshit. I'm finally gonna be fucking gone. My existence is over. But at the same time, I don't like it. Because, yes, I don't have to put up with anyone else's problems anymore. I don't have to put up my own problems anymore. I get to just finally let it all go. But even a person like me has people in this world he cares about. And you have to think, like, what is your passing gonna do to those people? Now, the main question you ask yourself when you say that is, do the people you care about genuinely care about you? And are they really gonna care either when you tell them you're gonna die or when you actually die? Me personally, I do not believe, I genuinely do not believe the people who I care about are gonna care when I die. Like, if I walked up to them and told them today would be the last day I would live, they either wouldn't believe me or wouldn't care. Because I've made multiple comments and multiple attempts at like taking my own life. And clearly, since I'm here right now, I've gone through with none of them. But it just wouldn't, it would just be another day for them, I guess. And then when you actually pass away, the thought would be like, oh wow, he's actually gone. No one cares. Or they'll actually care, and it'll be too late for them to express the notion of how much they actually cared about you. Because the people that I truly care about, I feel like they care about me in some way, shape, or form, and I'm just either too blind, too stupid, or oh my god, I'm on the microphone. I'm either too blind, too stupid, or too detached to actually notice it. Because one of the people I truly care about, I know has like their own mental struggle going on right now. And if I just walked up to them and said, this will be the last day that I live, they might actually believe me and will do everything in their power to stop me from passing away without knowing that there's literally nothing they can do. Like, it's crazy because they will do literally anything in their power to simply stop my own death, and they'll never understand that there's nothing they can do. And I'll have to sit there and go through all of it, watching them struggle and trying their hardest to keep me alive when I know that I'm going to pass away regardless of what happens in these last few moments I have with them. And I genuinely wouldn't want them to go through with that. I would rather them live a normal every rather them live like any other normal day than have to sit there knowing that I'm going to pass away and they'll never speak to me again. Because if you think about it like this, I've explained this thoroughly. I don't know why I'm going through this again. But if you think about it, why is my mind so scattered for this? When you think about it, you look at it those ways. Either they struggle or they don't. So when you ask yourself, would you tell someone, you have to ask yourself, do you want those people to struggle with the thought of knowing that there's nothing they can do to stop your death, or struggling with the thoughts of knowing you'll never come back? Because everyone can cope with the thought of someone dying. Now, there are those out there who can't. I understand that. But mentally, there's some way, shape, or form you can get over it. But knowing that the person you care about is going to die and there's physically nothing you can do about it, and then when they pass away, the continuous thoughts in your mind that they're gone and you just did nothing to stop it, it hurts more than the alternative. So I guess what I'm trying to say in all this rambling and the best option is not to tell anyone. Just let them live a normal life. Let them live a normal life. Let them live a normal day. Interact with them as much as possible and tell them you love them as much as you can. Because within those last 24 hours, I'm not going to say you need to make the most memories, as many memories with them as possible, but you need to show them how much they truly mean to you. Because if you ask the friends, oh God, I bumped it again. If you ask the friends that I have in real life what they think about me, 90% of them will tell you, oh, he's the anime guy. Oh, he's the angry guy. Oh, he's the guy who has like no attachment to his emotions. He's the guy who is almost a robot. There's even certain people out there who are afraid of me because I've built this persona of the unstoppable, emotionless robot, I guess. And in my last 24 hours, I feel like I'd let that go. I truly I tell everyone how I truly feel about them. Whether it's someone who means the world to me or it's someone who I just genuinely fucking hate and never want to see thrive in their life. I tell them how I truly feel about them, because you build up all these emotional barriers, keeping people out, walling away your own emotions, never letting things bother you, to the point where it's just not worth it at sometimes. And I've had moments where I've thought about, like, is it really worth just not saying anything? And then you come to terms with like, yeah, and then you look in your mind and realize maybe I should have said something. But it's like, it's a little too late now. The emotion's gone, and you just keep cruising. But in those last 24 hours, you know that you'll never see any of these people ever again. So you have to be open and honest with them and tell them that you mean something to me. I love you and I care about you. Like me and my brothers, the way we operate, we've never told each other we love each other. We don't show it like a quick little dap up, what's good, big dog, and we keep going. But we know that the love is there. But in those last 24 hours, you can look at your brother and tell him, hey, bro, I love you. You're one of the most important people in the world to me. And I've enjoyed, I can't say I've enjoyed every second of having you around, but the times that we've spent together will always be ingrained in my mind. Now, when you do these out of the ordinary things, even if you don't tell them that this is your last 24 hours, they're probably going to figure it out in some way, shape, or form because you're doing things you wouldn't normally do. That's for those who choose to, anyway. But you're doing things you wouldn't normally do. You're open, for me anyway, you're opening up your emotions. You're telling people how you feel. You're letting people in. And I feel like this is kind of evil to say, but I feel like this is the greatest part about not knowing when your death is, because you should do this every day. You should let people in. You should tell people how you feel. Whether your thoughts be positive or negative, you should tell people about how you feel about them, because you never know when the end of your life is actually gonna come. You never know when it's all just gonna cease to exist. You never know when the person you didn't tell you liked them, the person you didn't tell you loved them, the friend who you've had since childhood, you never know when they're going to leave you. So having this thought consistently in mind that today could be my last 24 hours, what am I going to do with it? I feel like is a great incentive that not everyone has, but everyone needs. Everyone needs this clarification to understand that life is not eternal. You will die someday. It all will come to an end. So live your best life while you can. Don't shut people out. Don't lock yourself don't lock yourself away from the world. Let some of the world in. Let the good parts in. Keep the negative parts out. Build a steady foundation and rise to the top. There's so many things I want to say here, like become a great father, be a great friend, be a great husband. Now, I understand that the entire world will never do this, because if it did, we'd be the greatest civilization in the cosmos. But that's obviously not going to happen. But for those of you who actually sit and think things like this through, ask yourself, do you do this every day? Do you live every day as if it's your last? Because if you do, that's great. If you're like me and you don't, you should start doing it. Now, after sitting here and saying all this, am I really going to do it? I want to, but the answer's probably no. Only because it takes time to change your instincts. Because I've developed my instincts to the point where if anyone asks me how I'm doing, whether I'm happy, sad, angry, mad, however I feel about life that day, I'm going to say I'm doing fine. Because I've prioritized how they feel over how I feel. Because I have the mindset that I'm a man, get over it, life's going to be just fine, just keep cruising, you got to get the paycheck, bills got to be paid, things have to keep going. Now, I don't have a wife, I don't have a kids, I don't even have a girlfriend, but you have to keep life pushing because you can't see the future. In the next 24 hours, I could end up a fucking father for all I know. And if I just sit around lazing every day and then all of a sudden this happens and life has to get real, then there's a problem as to where if I'm always prepared, I'm already ready for, I'm not saying you should become a father within 24 hours. Oh God, you just, wow, you just have to be like on your toes at all times. I love how I'm giving these contradicting messages, like celebrate your loved ones and all that, and then here I am saying be your best and at the top. But like, I feel like that is the best life. Now, for everyone, being at the top is entirely different. Being at the top could just be having a normal 9 to 5, sitting at home with the family, sitting with the wife, chilling with the kids, family photos, barbecues, what is it, family reunions, all that good stuff. And for other people, being at the top could be just a bottle of whiskey with the boys, chilling and hanging out. And for those high life, high rise people, you know, Airbnbs, $500,000 cars, $500,000 watches, big houses, multiple houses, real estate, Tesla, all those other things. What was the purpose of this? My main point behind what I'm saying here is you never know when the end is going to come. So continue to live your life like every day is your last, and push forward as if the end is never coming, because you don't know when the end is coming, and it may never actually come. Some of you may live to see the apocalypse, the rapture, the end of it all, Ragnarok, whatever it is you choose to believe in. But always strive for the best. And in those best moments, be truly honest with yourself and the people around you. Because most of the people you choose to keep around you, the good ones, the ones who are going to stand by you through thick, thin, hellfire, the everything, be honest with them. Don't keep secrets from them. Tell them how you truly feel about the things that they're doing, about how they make you feel, and about how having them around makes you feel. Because if those really are truly the people who mean the world to you, they'll accept it and you guys will keep going. So to answer the original statement or question behind this video, if I had 24 hours left to live, would I tell someone? The answer is no. I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell anyone. But I would go to the people that I love, the people who mean the most to me, and I would tell them what they've done for me, how they make me feel, and how I hope that their future goes, even when I'm not here. Because that's what life is about. Striving to the highest point, seeing the people around you do great, and seeing yourself do great. Never overlook yourself. Never let that happen. I think I'm done ranting at this point. Definitely not what I was expecting this to be, but I really am proud of what's come out